Should women cover their heads during Mass? While I was growing up, women used to come to church with their heads covered. What happened? I got a couple of people asking me this question. I found it a little bit tricky, especially answering to a woman in this TikTok generation. I have never seen my sisters with a veil. Even some nuns do not use veils as part of their habit. But I decided to answer it for knowledge and understanding of theology behind it. For many years, Catholic women covered their heads with a veil before entering the church during Mass, or whenever in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament. However, men were not to cover their heads. The 1917 Code of Canon obliged women to cover their heads, especially when they approach the sacred table. But the 1983 Code of Canon did not directly address the issue, thus leaving it to an individual discretion. The use of the veil in Christianity can be traced back to early Jewish practices. According to St. Paul, women should wear the veil as a sign that the glory of God, not their own, is the center of worship. Also, as an external sign of recognition, submission, and respect for the presence of God in the divine liturgy. In the use of the veil, the invisible divine order is reflected and made visible. St. Paul clearly presents this as an ordinance. Call it a decree, as it should be the practice in all churches. Do not forget, St. Paul broke any unnecessary taboo, like he repeatedly taught that circumcision was not necessary for salvation. The veil is equated a relevant symbol as the priest's vestment or the nun's habit. St. Paul says, "In the Lord, neither woman is independent of man, nor a man independent of woman. For just as woman comes from man, man also is born from woman, and all things come from God. Men need women, women need men, but they have different roles, equal in dignity, and all for the glory of God." Thus, the veil brought these differences between one and the other. In Old Testament times, uncovering a woman's head was a way to humiliate her, or to punish adulterous women, or those who transgressed the law. There is sacredness in what is veiled. Women wear veils because they are sacred. The Ark of the Covenant was kept behind the veil and the Holy of Holies. At Mass, the chalice is covered or veiled, and in some churches, the ciborium in the tabernacle is covered by a veil because they are sacred. Out of respect, we veil the dead. We cover their faces, even on social media. Life begins by being veiled either inside their mother's womb or the newborn babies are covered. Our Lady, the Blessed Virgin Mary, covered herself, and by extension, by wearing the veil, women imitate her and affirm themselves as vessels of sacred life. The power of femininity was emphasized, that is, following the rules of modesty in dress, including wearing the veil. In conclusion, the veil is as powerful and beautiful a sign as it is when a man gets on his knees to ask his girlfriend, "Will you marry me?"